need to know how Skynet gets built. Who's responsible?
Building a Traxxas Bandit so technologically advanced, so powerful, so fast, it will look like it was delivered from the future itself. Welcome to the Radioactive RC Range.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We have got a great one today. We have got the Traxxas Bandit, and it is about to have one hell of an overhaul. I am so excited about this build, guys. This is the quintessential RC that everybody thinks about in their mind, you know, back from the 80s. This was the type of RC that everybody thinks about, and this was always my favorite RC growing up. This two-wheel drive style of a buggy. I really love this design, so I thought, what better opportunity than to start my craziest build to date. So guys, come along with me and we are going to transform this Bandit into a crazy work of art. All right, guys, let's dive right into it. So originally, I had planned to put this PPS motor mount with two motors of my choice, along with a new rear end and a redesigned chassis on the Radioactive Unbreakable chassis. What better way to display that chassis than on a Bandit? And wow, this is going to be so cool. So have you guys ever got a puzzle or a video game and you got it home and you just put together that puzzle too easily, or you beat that video game too easily, and it was a bummer because you just waited so long for that that feeling, that sensation of satisfaction of getting through that game or that puzzle? Well, this is my version of a video game or a puzzle, trying to work out all these different things that I want to do with an RC and putting it in some very tight places. If you guys remember the King Kraton build, wow, talk about 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag. Holy wow, that thing is packed. So I thought, let's do it with a Bandit. It's super lightweight. We can make this thing an absolute burnout machine. It would absolutely be the most powerful Bandit ever built. And then I kind of started feeling down a little bit, and I thought, well, I've already figured this puzzle out. I have figured out how to make a two-motor Bandit fit inside this stock chassis tub. Of course, not using the chassis, but in this area, the wheelbase that we were working with. And I started feeling really down, like I've already figured this problem out. This isn't going to be much fun for me. So I decided I wanted to do something a little different, something no one has tried before, guaranteed. What if we had all of this motor, all of this rear end, two 4S systems, and a 2-speed transmission? Now, you guys might remember I worked with the AXE-Speed transmission on the Shred Cat build, and that ended up one heck of a design. I loved it. It took a lot of work. We rebuilt this thing, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen times. So I had several of these transmissions sitting around. This is an all-metal transmission. It's aluminum. It's modeled after a Traxxas design. You've got your 2-speed servo right there. And as you can see, I have modified the cup to accept the Arma dog bone drive shaft right there. And you could actually do this up front as well. You could put a cup up there as well, but this is not what we're doing today. We're doing a two-wheel drive model. So how cool is that, guys? You will be able to have first gear to go 0 to 60 in some crazy times, 132 feet and nothing flat. And then when you want to do a high speed run, all you have to do is shift gears and bammo, high speed. You got room for just about any size pinion that you want. We're going to start off with a 27 tooth pinion. Normally I wouldn't do that or recommend that on this size motor because you're going to end up with a lot of heat and a lot of cogging. However, with the experience that I've had with these double motor setups, double the torque is half as much resistance. So you've got twice the power, so your motors are staying cooler, and they're not cogging as much because you've got two motors that are perpetuating the RC down the highway, the dirt track, whatever. So I thought that was a really cool idea, and that to me was a challenge. Here's the only caveat to the build. Now, I originally wanted to build this in its exact wheelbase, and that is not going to be possible with a 2-speed transmission. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to stretch the wheelbase out about 3 inches. Not as much as the Traxxas Slash wheelbase, but just about. So I thought that would be a worthwhile, willing trade, to trade the stock wheelbase, giving it a little bit more length so it's going to make it more stable at high speeds and when it's taking off. So I think that is going to be really super cool. Here is a couple other things that you guys, if you guys aren't impressed by what we're doing with the drivetrain, or if you're just in disbelief, please like and subscribe and watch this build. We build RC monsters and we do it well. So if that wasn't enough, what we're going to do is we're going to build a custom wheelie bar that will be able to be used on the street and off-road without changing a thing on your wheelie bar. You will be able to make fine-tune adjustments on your radio without touching the car at all. You'll be able to adjust this for different pressures to either relieve the pressure on the rear wheels or to add pressure on the rear wheels, or to allow yourself to hoon around and do some wheelies like you would do with a stock Bandit. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be giving this an aero package. Now on the Shred Cat, we made the wing to where it would adjust based on how fast the throttle was going. We're going to be doing something a little bit different on this one. We're going to be adjusting the body with our receiver, and we will be able to adjust the angle of it in the event that we have high winds or we need more aero for a high speed run. So we will be using as much of the stock Bandit as possible to make it look as stock. I want people to have a double take on this. Other than the wheelbase, which I can't get around, if I want the 2-speed transmission, we've got to stretch it. And although this could have been built with just the double motor, it just wasn't a challenge enough for me. And I thought, wow, this amps up the cool factor of this build tenfold. I love it. Can't wait to get into it. I don't normally do these builds or these videos pre-build. I usually show my work as I go, but I wanted to show you guys exactly what I was up to. And this is just the start, guys. We've got the Crazy Horse to get into. We've got the Bandit to build, and we have got a wild card, guys. Our next build coming up is none other than the notorious Arma's King Basher there. What are we going to be doing to this bad boy? You guys are going to have to tune in and wait and see, but I can tell you that it's never been done before, and it will absolutely blow your mind. It will be just crazy on the cool factor, guys. We build RC monsters. That's what we do here, and we love it, and we love having you guys here. If you guys like this style of video, if you guys are liking these pre-build videos before we actually start putting it together, then comment down below. If these videos are helping you get ideas and spark creativity, then let us know. What exactly are you guys building in your benches? So, all right, guys, that is just a taste. That is what Radioactive Ranch is up to right now. We are building the absolute dream bandit here on the ranch. You guys want to see how this build comes along and how it turns out, then like and subscribe. We would love to have you on the channel. All right, guys, until the next time, we will see you Radioheads later.